House of Representatives, District 1. If you live in this red area here, which could be Farmington, Burnsville, or Luka, then your House of Representatives is going to be Lester Carpenter, which is going to be a picture of this guy right here. There's going to be a population of 22,350. The gender is going to be 49.5% male, 50.5% female, 91.4% white, 3.1% black, 0.5% Asian, 0.3% Native American, with a median household income of $45,144. High school graduation rate is 85.1%. College graduation rate is 14.4%. He has been in his position since 2008. He attended paramedic school at Wallace State Community College and Northeast Mississippi Community College. Professional experience includes working as a paramedic. Carpenter was assigned to the following committees: Management Committee, Military Affairs Committee, which he sits as a chairman, House Municipality Committee, Ports, Harbors, Airports Committee, Ways and Means Committee, House Wildlife, Fishery Parks Committee, the House Agricultural Committee, and Banking and Finance Service Committee, which makes sense when you start hearing what kind of laws he was trying to pass. We're going to go over the bills that he has wrote, where he is the principal author, which means he is the main author on them. The first one is House Bill 675. This is the Gold Star Children's Days, designated as August 1st of each year. And if you want to know what the Gold Star Children's Day is, it is to honor the children of United States soldiers that have been lost in combat. This bill did not pass. House Bill 676 was to authorize bonds for construction of a new Mississippi State Veteran Hospital in the Jackson metropolitan area. It also did not pass. House Bill 677 is an act to amend Section 35321 Mississippi Code 1972 to authorize local veteran resources advisors to be certified by the Mississippi State Veterans Affairs Board and be entitled to compensation. This one did pass on 4 of 14. House Bill 735 is an act to create in the State Treasury a special trust fund designated as the State Mississippi Veteran Home Care Fund to be used upon requisition to the State Treasury by the Executive Director of the Mississippi Veterans Affairs Board for the administration and maintenance of Mississippi Veterans Nursing Homes to provide for expenditures from the fund and for related purposes. This one did not pass. House Bill 736, Mississippi Veterans Cemetery Fund. This is the same thing as the previous House bill, but in place of for cemeteries. It also did not pass. House Bill 902, an act to amend Section 2541(7) to revise the reasons a public body may hold an executive session under the Open Meetings Act to include transaction of business and discussions by the roads of trustees of public hospitals regarding certain prospective strategy business decisions of public hospital. Of course, anything dealing with hospitals is probably not going to pass, as this one did not. It's okay. Keep your secrets. House Bill 903, an act to amend Section 2541(15) to provide that a court may void any action taken by a public body in violation of the open meeting law, and the court determines that the public interest so requires and for related purposes. Did not pass. House Bill 993, an act to amend 93-117 to authorize a military judge to solemnize marriage and for related purposes. That also did not pass. House Bill 1177, an act to amend Section 3311(1) to authorize any adjutant general to make conveyance of real property on behalf of the state that are in the best interest of the Mississippi Military Department, convey to any public entity upon such terms and conditions as the adjutant jury may deem advisable. This one actually passed. It was approved by the governor on 4/14. House Bill 1178, an act to require an individual who completes a transaction or transactions with a business located in the state of Mississippi for more than 5 commercial financial products in an additional year to disclose the terms of such product before the completion of the transaction, to define certain terms related to the commercial financial disclosure law, to require such individual to disclose certain information in connection with each commercial financing product, to provide certain exemptions from the commercial financial disclosure law, to provide certain penalties for violation of the commercial financial disclosure law and for related purposes. Yeah, that one didn't pass. It's weird how letting out secrets don't pass. House Bill 1179 is an act to amend Section 25392 to authorize state agencies to grant up to 6 days of administration leave with pay within a 6-month period to employees who are qualified members of the Mississippi Wing of the Civil Air Patrol, participating in official emergency service missions to provide that employees of any public or private business industry who are active members of the Mississippi Wing of the Civil Air Patrol may, in the discretion of an employee's employer, be entitled to a leave of absence for their respective duties on all days during which they participate in an official operational emergency service missions for the Civil Air Patrol and the state. That one did not pass. House Bill 1180. This is an act to amend Section 337119 to provide that whenever any federal recognized officer or enlisted member of the Mississippi National Guard is unable to maintain federal recognition, he shall be placed on the retired list of the Mississippi National Guard and for related purposes. That one did not pass. House Bill 1322, Act to create a new section within a Chapter 34, Title 25, to enact the Remote Online Notarization Act to define terms to provide for remote notarization using communication technologies, to prescribe certain restrictions, to provide a procedure for a certificate of a notary act, to provide for the retention of records. That one did not pass, and I can kind of see why. House Bill 1368, an act to amend Section 9733 to prohibit abortion except to save the life of a pregnant woman, to provide a fine of $100,000 for a violation of this act, to provide an exception to the prohibition if medical treatment of a pregnant woman results in the accidental death of the unborn child. That one did not pass. House Bill 1402 was an act to create the Unemployment Insurance Integrity Act of 2022 to provide definitions, to provide that to ensure the integrity of the state's unemployment insurance program and to verify eligible and prevent fraudulent filing and payment of claims. The Mississippi Department of Employment Security shall use the Integrity Data Hub to verify the integrity of the state's unemployment insurance rolls, check on a weekly basis the unemployment insurance rolls against the Mississippi Department of Corrections list of incarcerated individuals to verify eligibility and ensure program integrity, and check on a weekly basis new hire records against the National Directory of New Hires to verify eligibility. It did not pass. House Bill 1403 was an act to amend Section 4521 to provide that the definition of cause of death for the law enforcement officer and firefighters death benefits trust fund include any cause of death that would be covered under the Safeguarding America's First Responders Act of 2020 and related purposes. Not sure exactly what he wanted to add and change because I hadn't read it, but if I'm going by his previous bills of wanting to take care of his military, I would assume that this was probably going to be a plus for law enforcement and firefighters. House Concurrent Resolution 47. Concurrent resolution mourning the loss and commemorating the life and legacy of retired General Martha Jo Leslie, and it actually went through. House Concurrent Resolution 81. A concurrent resolution designating April 14th, 2022 as the period of observation of Global Remand Day throughout the state of Mississippi, and it was adopted, which means it was approved. House Resolution 57, a resolution commending and congratulating Major General Billy M. Neighbors for 38 years of exemplary and outstanding service to the Mississippi National Guard upon the occasion of his retirement. It was passed and adopted, so congratulations, General Neighbors. Enjoy your retirement. This is all the ones that he was the principal author on. If there's any of them that you would like me to go over and make a separate video on, or try to find out more of what he did and why he wanted to change it, let me know. If you have any questions or want to email me at this address here. If you feel like there's something that should have been answered that wasn't, let me know in the comments. But if I had to say, this guy is mostly for his military, his law enforcement, which we all could be thankful for. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.